Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Reno. I am the developer of the Frankenstein Systems series and also of the free Roulette system, which I'm about to show you right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of caveat here, though. This is not your run-of-the-mill red or black type of a system that you're going to see in a website that is packed with gambling internet sites ads. I just don't work that way. In fact, I should really be charging some money for this particular system because I play this system myself and make a good amount of money whenever I'm in a casino that does not have my favorite table game, which is Baccarat. There's not a lot of tables here in the United States that do have Baccarat, but in those casinos that don't, I'll play this system on roulette. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into things here. I'm going to get logged on to our online live dealer casino, and it does have to be live dealer because the RNG type of internet sites, the gambling sites that are out there that have the computer generated results, those will cheat you every single time. Stay completely away from them. Okay, let's get logged in here. Okay, here we are. We've got a current time. Clock is starting to run down here, so you'll know that there's no funny business going on where I can edit things or fast forward through stuff or blur things out. I'm not going to do any of that stuff when I'm playing here. You're going to see everything live as it's being recorded. Alright, so we'll go to our first table here. Okay, now you should have received some information as well about a very popular live dealer cheat for roulette. And that is what we're going to do here when we first approach a roulette table. We're going to check out the dealer. We're going to watch a couple of 2 or 3 spins and see where his eyes are. We want to make sure that he's not cheating us. He's going to give us a fair game because really, this system I'm about to show you relies on that dealer giving us a fair game. And it looks like they're switching out the dealers to a female here now. Now, the other thing we could be looking at is the reader board over here. How close have they been coming to the zero? Well, we've got, I don't know if you can see it on your screen here, 35, 3, 32, and 15. And just as 135, that could have happened by happenstance. So that previous dealer could have been a good dealer here for us. Now, I'm also going to be looking at which half of the board the majority of these spins occurred. You know, was it the low here, 1 through 18, or was it high, 19 through 36? From what I'm seeing here, the majority of them kind of looks like they were over here on this side. Where is she going to look? She is watching the wheel, and she did pause a little bit. That's not a good sign, but let's see where she's spinning. Where is she putting the ball? She may not be spinning against us, but she might be spinning against these huge stacks that are here on the table. Oh, she came real close, didn't she? Within 2 spots of the zero. Now, if we were playing these neighbors here, we would have won on that, taken full advantage of her. I'm going to give her one more spin because I think she's trying to cheat the people there at the table. All those huge stacks that were gone, and she only gave out just a little bit to one player on the winnings there. So, she may be working the table there, making some money for the house. She would be what we call a house dealer because of that. But like I only suspect it right now, we're going to give her one more chance and see how close she's going to get to that zero. Now keep in mind, they don't always shoot for the zero. They're just looking for an area of the table here where they have to pay out the least or not at all. But 9 times out of 10, it's usually the zero because it's easier to target. Because it stands out, the green stands out among the sea of red and blacks on that wheel. Now take note, we are starting here with a balance of $3,000. That does not mean that's what you need to start to play this system with. It's just what I happen to be starting with here. Now, the way that you normally will do this is to take whatever unit here that you want to play with, and you multiply it times 50, and that will be your buy-in here at the table, and will give you a pretty good cushion too. You're not going to probably come close to that, but the cushion is always good to have. Now I'm going to be showing you flat betting here because it's going to be the simplest thing to show you. I could go into a progression, but you know what, folks? It's going to complicate things, so I don't want things to be complicated for you. A flat betting, let's see what she's going to do. She's looking again. Anyway, a flat betting type of a strategy is going to be best here for us, I think. She's still within, five or six spots there of the zero. I don't think I trust her. Look at her rake um all those losers out of there and into the hole. Yeah, we're gonna try another table here. Okay, just be on the safe side. Let's go over here. This particular online live dealer casino, I do know for a fact they've got quite a few dealers there who like to wheel watch. Got another female over here. Now, just because we have a girl behind the wheel does not mean you automatically trust her. Basically, you need to be cautious of everybody. I've seen little old ladies behind the wheel, just sharks. But whenever I would see that they're shooting for a zero, then I take advantage of it and I go for the neighbors type of thing here. That strategy that I showed you in that manual that I gave you is fairly complex. It's easier done with a second partner playing, but I want to give you something that's a lot simpler to do. That manual is more or less made just specifically just for informative purposes about the cheat itself, not so much for the system that's in it. She's looking away. That's good. Now on this flat betting strategy I'm going to show you here, you'll need 2 profit spins for every 1 loss to make up your loss. Boy, look at him just pile on the chips after that spin took place. Come on, go. Yeah, she's a ways away from the zero, and she was looking away, too. We'll give her 1 more spin. Look at her rake them all away. All those losers. These guys here at the table, and it's like this all the time, they have no clue what they're doing. They're just stack stuff everywhere and hope that they get lucky. And she's only going to give out a portion, a small portion compared to what she just raked in. And if she was an actual wheel watcher, I guarantee it'd be even worse. But these guys have such an advantage, a house advantage anyway. There's no sense in them having to cheat, but they'll still do it anyway because times are very tough right now. Now, this particular video I'm going to be recording here with you, we're going to go for a while, at least a half hour or so. This is not going to be like a go in, get 1 unit and say, hey, this is a successful system. No, I want to be able to show you that the system actually truly works. And you know that if this system is going to be good, that I give away for free, then my Frankenstein System series is 10 times better. On that, we have 6 different high odds and high probability, very, very simple strategies to show you. And even, spin again here first. And she's looking away. And even a no-lose money management strategy. And in fact, on top of that, I've even just within the last couple of 2-3 weeks here developed 2 other never-before-seen money management strategies just work fantastic with any system out there, let alone my Frankenstein System series. Now, she came kind of close to the zero that time, didn't she? But she was looking away when she did it. Put her right. All those losers. I think we're going to give this one a shot because I know she's looking away. I know there are dealers out there who can just glance at it real quick and then spin, not looking, because they've already got their timing down. I don't know that she's won them or not, but I think, like I said, we'll go ahead and take a chance with her anyway. Now, I'm going to play with the $100 chips here, and what we'll do is look at the board, and it looks like I would say the majority of these are going to be of her spins here. We're in this half of the table where we will break even. I'm going to place another unit over here. This is where we will profit. So the way this is set up is if we have a ball land in this portion of the table, we're going to break even. If the ball lands in this third 12 over here, we're going to profit 1 unit. Yeah, she's still looking away. I trust this one. She got a little close that last time just out of happenstance. Alright, let's see if we can get some money coming in here. We started at almost 10 minutes in. There's our first profit spin, folks. Rake all the losers away. Wow. Okay. Now I'm clearing the table here. I don't know if they have some other screens that they look at, that tells them where they ought to spin against the people online. I don't trust it, and you shouldn't trust it either. I mean, the best way you can thwart any of these guys shooting against you is to place your bet after the spin. This particular online live dealer casino will let you do that too. A lot of them won't just because of the way that they're configured here on the computer. This one will. But I'm going to, for now, leave these in the same position as before. And the only time I'm going to switch their positions around is after a loss. And I'll show you how to do that here. We just want to make sure that if that losing spin occurs, we don't want to be in a position where we lose twice in a row. She's spinning. So that what will happen if it does hit back to back, we're going to break even. There's a break even spin. Number 2. Okay, now you see how that worked? This one lost, but this one won. That breaks you even. But since this one pays out 2 to 1, when it wins, that's where you're going to actually profit your 1 unit. Now, I'm going to explain some stuff here. I'm going to rebet in case I forget and do it after the spin. There are systems out there that will say, well, Robert, I have this great system that uses a red odd or a black even, and I don't know if you can see this right now. Right now, we are covering 81% of the table. 81%. And the only time on these other systems that you'll actually profit on is on a red odd number or on a black even number, and there's not very many of those. I think there's like, 8 to 11, I don't know. It's a smaller number than what we profit on, which is 12 numbers. The same thing goes for a system that covers, both of the dozens or 2 of the columns over here. We're covering a lot more of the board, and we're going to profit a lot more often. Yeah, that's another break-even bet. No problem. So as you can see, this type of a system is not going to get you a windfall of money like it's making her on every spin. This is a game of patience. It's a system of patience. And as you can see, we're being very conservative. Yeah, I'm using $100 units, but you don't have to. You can use $5 units or whatever the table minimum happens to be. But normally I would recommend just make a few units and either switch to another table or possibly switch to another casino if you want to make more money, because as your stacks start to grow, you're going to catch the attention of the players, and the players are going to start copying you, and that's the kiss of death. That's what happened to me. And you certainly don't want to play one-on-one against a dealer, because they for sure will notice you. When I play where there's a number of people at the table, so that their losses will cover up my winnings. They'll mask my winnings, and they'll be not noticed as much when that happens. All right, she's looking away. Put her bets down again, same position as before. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually follow the winning dozen here. Like, let's say there's two that came up. If you want to see how good it's going to streak over that dozen, you can switch your bets up then and do that. There's a winning spin for us. Look at her rake them all. All them losers. Wow. They must make bank at this casino. I see this every day. So yeah, if this 35 just hit here, you can put your profit chip right here and your other one over there, and then see how much this is going to streak and make you money. And if it bounces over here, you can switch it and put your profit, chip over here and your break-even chip over here, and then again ride the streak that's going to possibly occur in this first dozen. The other day when I was playing, nearly the entire board was filled with numbers from my third dozen, and the very last spin up here was a losing spin. I was making bank on that one. It was awesome. But right now, I don't want to confuse you with all that. I'm just going to show you how I do it. You can be conservative to stick in the same position until you lose. And then I'll show you how to switch them up so you can avoid losing if that same spin hit back to back. Okay, I think we got our first loss now after all. So those 2 units we just won, we have now lost. So we're still at a break-even standpoint here. Now, we probably should have lost, or blocked, rather, after we had our 2 units of profit. But you can play this a little bit more. The main thing, you just don't want to get noticed by these guys. Make a few units and get the hell out. Okay, so now if this 24 happens to hit back-to-back, we put our break-even chip over here. So now, if it hits back-to-back, we're going to break even instead of losing twice in a row, right? And now we're switched to put our profit over on the first dozen. And the first dozen, as you can see, has hit here 3 times. And I don't know if that was her session or maybe possibly the dealer for her. I don't know when we came in. But I'm trusting this dealer. She's looking away when she spins. And that's all important. All right, let's see if we can. Now, again, we need 2 winning spins for every 1 loss that just occurred. Okay, so that's a break even. People may say that this kind of betting strategy is a little bit boring, and all I tell them is, hey, how can you possibly be bored if you're making money? My system makes money. Yeah, we had a losing spin, big deal. We're not down anything right now. Sometimes it takes a little while for these guys. There we go. Free bet. All right, come on, first dozen. Nope, we're going to break break even again. And she rakes them all away. I'm going to rebet instead of going after the spin. I trust her. Now, you might have seen a similar system to like what I'm playing right now. That one was a big-time losing system. That's where you had 2 units over here and then 3 units over here. That way you're making 1 unit every time it hits on either one of the spots. But when you lose 5 units. What a lame system. 31. Okay, I think I may just go ahead and switch. She's streaking over here in that 3rd dozen, and I want to see if I could take advantage of that. You don't have to if you don't want to. Again, we just wanted to make sure that losing spin we had was not going to appear back to back. And there hasn't been any back to back numbers hitting, although this 32 is up here at, that's a repeat. It doesn't mean it's going to happen right now, though. We could just as easily, get that losing spin right now, a few spins later. I just want to see if we can maybe capitalize on this streak that appears to be occurring in the 3rd 12. Nope, gonna break even. And she rakes them all away. Wow. Wouldn't it be nice to be a casino owner and own even one roulette table? And again, it doesn't matter if I'm online or if I'm in a live casino. I'm always seeing people really don't know how to play. And that's the whole point of me giving you, this free roulette system here. When I got banned from, the casino chain, I'm gonna not tell you who it was just for reliable purposes. With all the cheating and stuff that was going on, it really ticked me off. And I thought for sure that I was going to have some sort of way to make up the income that I lost from them. As it turned out, basically the slack was taken up by the other casinos that I played in. But anyway, though, I get so tired of seeing the cheating that's going on, and it really made me angry. I wanted to make sure that people, when they go into a casino, that they have at least some idea of what they're doing. That way they have some way to make at least a little bit of money. But with all the cheating going on, like I said, these guys don't need to cheat because they already have a house edge. That really, really makes it unfair. This game in particular, roulette, is one of the most cheated games in the casino because of that dealer. But if you recall from that manual that you were sent, I mean, the payouts here are even pretty unfair. All right, let's see if we can get another unit here. The 3rd 12. Okay, we got a loss. An actual loss ordinance now put us in the red. We can make this up. It's not a problem. So again, we just switch around everything so that if that 22 occurs back to back, we're not going to lose. I was trying to follow this streak up here, and this one right here would have profited if I had left everything alone. But this 22, when it occurred, yeah, I would have broke even on that too. So, see, that's Murphy's Law. As soon as you switch, something weird happens that screws you up. That's why I like to leave things alone normally. This is my playing style. My playing style is not normally to follow the other you want to, that's up to you. My playing style is to stay here. There's a profit right there. Bam. Okay. So we just need one more. We'll be back to our break-even status. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, this is lame. Robert hasn't made any money with it. It's been 23 minutes. Well, first 10 minutes, first of all, were spent discussing and observing the other person. And second of all, you just have to take my word for it. I made a lot of money with this particular strategy. And you also have to remember, I'm not doing a progression on this. If we did a progression, yeah, we probably would be up some money, right? And there's been times, actually, where I have done a progression. Like right now, I could double up, and then that way, when I do get a win, it puts me back to the highest point that I was before the loss. It won't make me a unit, but again, I'm not going to confuse you with all that stuff. It's break even. Breaks them all the way. Oh, there's a good sized stack over here she's going to pay out. That guy got luck. We don't rely on luck. We rely on an actual system. And that's exactly what my Frankenstein system series does too. I don't rely on trending or betting on something that's due or anything else out there that could be considered superstitious. And in fact, I don't know if you've been through my whole website, FrankensteinGamblingSystem.com. You'll see my other videos that are out there are playing full shoe against the casino. And again, not blurred, did not sped up, edited, none of that garbage. Total open book here. You see everything that's going on. The only thing that I do is disguise my voice, because my voice is recognizable, that I've been told. So, but it's no one that you've ever heard of before. Again, my name is Robert Reno. Some people think that I sound like Leonard Benson. Well, that's just the warping effect. It's not. I'm not Leonard. Okay. I highly encourage you to go to that website, and you will not find a single ad on there for casino. All those other online internet casinos for gambling, they have ads. You can't trust them. Casinos paying them. They got a profit. Yep. There we go. All right. We're back to break even again. So again, I'm just going to leave everything where it is. We'll see if we can make at least a couple more units here profit. But after a loss, as you can see, it is vital that you switch your bets. Vital. Because if you don't, you probably will lose. Just making sure that not going to lose 2 in a row. Get a losing bet. Alright, here we go. I think we got another unit of profit. Yep, there it is. Sweet deal, Neil. Nice. Okay. just beginning to streak over here in the first dozen a little bit. So we'll stay put again until we lose. Once we lose, then we'll switch. That's just, again, my style. If you would like to follow the dozens, you know, obviously you don't want to follow the middle one. If you follow these, you know, you may do just as well. Some of my players actually do that, and that's their style. But it's just incredible that we can play a system 81% of the board and break even. Covering 81% of the board with just 2 bets. That means you have at least an 81% chance at a minimum of breaking even, and a 32% chance of you profiting. And we can only lose on 7 numbers. That's it. Just 7. That's why it's better than doing the double dozens or the double columns. They lose on 12 numbers. And I will not play a system unless I have high odds, high probability in my favor, and a decent money management strategy, which my Frankenstein System series definitely has. I think it's a 12. Yep, there's another unit of profit. Cool. It's your Examo way. So long, losers. I did another video that showed the same strategy, and I think I made 6 units on that one in about 20 minutes. I don't even remember if we even had a losing spin on that one. I don't think we did. But this one is good that I can show you how to do. I mean, I explained a couple of times in that video what to do in case you lose, but I wasn't able to show you. So that's why this video is going to be a little bit better. A little bit more in depth. We aren't profiting quite as much, but we are still profiting. Another break even. Scoop smoke play. She's whittled down all the players, hasn't she? I've actually had a few players win their money that they used to apply towards the Frankenstein System series. They've actually paid for it. And I still get emails weekly or even every other week of players who are telling me how much money they've won for the week using my Frankenstein System series. I get emails from the newbies, the people who've never gambled before, that won anything in their life, saying, you know, this system's great, Robert. I'm finally starting to win. Same thing happens when I get all the emails from those veteran gamblers who said, Robert, I've blown money on every system under the sun, and I'm finally starting to win some money with your system. True story. Everything that's in that website I've got is absolutely 100% true. There's another unit of profit. Scrapes them all. Look at that. Wow. A huge pop. And my Frankenstein system was actually developed out of the well over 2,000 gambling systems that I own. And I was able to take all the working parts and kind of develop them or merge them into one working strategy, which normally a Frankenstein type of gambling system has a bad reputation. But quite frankly, those people who are doing it either worked for the casinos as a shill, or it was from maybe that system was from a site that was owned by a casino, or they just didn't know what the hell they were doing. But mine actually really, truly works. And by the way, if all these videos, the profit, okay, if all these videos that I have on my website don't convince you, I mean, you can get a hold of us through email, and I will do a live online live dealer casino demo with you. We do it through Skype, and I will do a teleconference, I guess, video conference type of a setup with you. You can see everything that's going on my screen, all the clocks that are running and all that kind of stuff, and you can chat with me live. And a couple of places I might even have you call, who to bet on, and that way you'll know for sure this is a live demonstration that we are doing. And about 95 to 98% of the people who go through that usually end up buying. They're that impressed. Okay, so we're up about 4 units, $400. I think we'll try to go for maybe one more and call it good. If we took a loss right now, we still would be up $200. And again, you should run with that kind of stuff. Take off, one or two hits at $100. That's $100 or $200 a day. That is man's wages. And our 12 just hit back to back. Bam. There we go. All right, so as promised, as I am a man of my word, we are going to quit at $500 up right here. We won 5 units in less than a half hour. So yeah, you get one or two hits if you're playing the $100 units. Get out. If you want to play more, okay, maybe go to another table. But if you're that far ahead, they may be watching you. In fact, the players, when I've left, they'll moan like, "Oh, where you going?" And a couple even try to follow you. So you may not have to get to go to another table just to keep your anonymity. You might have to go to another casino and start the process all over again. Okay, but yeah, one or two hits per table, per casino, per day, you're going to make some bank. Now, let's see if we would have made some more money if we went back here on our same positions before we end the video totally. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we would have made another one. We would have been $600 up. Oh well. We're already well ahead of the game here. Okay. Well, I want to thank you very much for joining me on this long demonstration of a free roulette system that really is worth, quite a bit of money. I should have probably charged a couple $100 for this, but it's a great system. As you can see, it does handle the losing streaks no problem. Flat betting of all things, okay? And but I can tell you, my Frankenstein system series is way, way, way better than this little thing that I just showed you. So if you have any questions or comments, you need anything at all, please get in touch with us. We'll be more than happy to help you out. In the meanwhile, once again, my name is Robert Reno. Thank you. God bless. Have a great one. Bye-bye.